Hey, so how many of you are ready for a new conversation? How many of you are ready to actually be happy? How many of you are ready to start living and being more of what you really know is possible? How many days of the week, month, year do you wake up and go, really? Is this it? There's got to be more than this. How many times do you look in the mirror and you're like, wow, what happened? How did I get here? Who am I? And there's got to be more possible. Well, here's the thing. Yeah, more is possible. So how many places, spaces, choices in your life do you make that actually belong to you? It's kind of a funny, weird question, because when it's asked, you go, well, that doesn't make any sense. What do you even mean? Of course, like, I know what I'm choosing or asking or being. Here's the thing, though. 99% of the thoughts, feelings, emotions, all of it, doesn't belong to you. It's somebody else's. You're just that magical, that potent, and that brilliant that you're picking up on somebody else's stuff. Whether that was like your parents, or whether that's a neighbor's, or a teacher from school. Maybe that's lineage and heritage, culture, but it's stuff that's just sort of passed down and ingrained and sort of just added to the playlist. So it's like autopilot. We don't really think about it anymore. We just do it because that's what we've always done. That statement, that's just the way it is because that's the way it's always been. Makes you want to scream. So here's the question for you to start playing with. For those of you who are actually interested in having more, how many of you would like to wake up and like smile? How many of you would like to wake up and look forward to the day, look forward to your life? How many of you would like to wake up and be happy in the skin that you're in, right? Like truly be happy with who you are. Yeah, I know that I would. So here are two tools that I have learned over the past year and a half through Access Consciousness. Heavy and light. And who does it belong to? Simple, free, easy, pragmatic, right? It's a question. How often are you asking questions? Most of us, not very often. You might think we are. But usually they're just statements with question marks at the end, right? So that's a conclusion, or it's a judgment, or a decision, something that we have predetermined. That can be or can't be or is or isn't, without actually taking a look at what really is possible. Like, what is it that you truly believe or I truly believe? Is that mine? Or is that something that's just been passed down that I bought into? So, heavy and light, it's about the energy, right? Because energy is everything. We're it. We're it, you're it, it's everywhere. You can see it in everything. It is in everything. So getting to know the energy of you, the heavy light, anything that's heavy, any place where you function from, or anything that makes you feel like a ton of bricks, anything that makes you contract or repel or go, oh, right? Just sort of weighs you down. That's a lie. That's an untruth. So anywhere that you are choosing something or functioning from a place that you have the awareness of that you get heavy, that you feel heavy, that it feels heavy, it's not your truth. It's not something that's aligned with who you truly be. anything that's light, anything that makes you want to like grin ear to ear or, laugh out loud, anything that makes you expand and feel energized and generative, that's truth for you. That's you. That's the magic of you truthfully shining through. Any place where you're choosing and functioning from that's what's going to be created from those spaces. Anywhere where you're functioning from and creating from that sort of heavy, oh my God, brick shoes place, that's what's going to be created from that. So which would you rather be choosing? Which would you like to become aware of where you're actually choosing from to create the life that's shown up for you? Heavy or light? So play with it. Have fun with it. It's not about getting it right. It's not about doing it wrong. It's about becoming aware. It's about taking a look at what is true and real for you, right? Because you are like nobody else. Absolutely nobody else. You are uniquely you. So how many of you would like to actually start functioning from that place? Yeah, me too. And the next question to start playing with is, who does this belong to? So for the next 30 days, for the next 5 days even, what would happen if you started to ask, who does this belong to? For every thought, feeling, emotion that came to you. And when you ask that question, you're looking at the heavier lightness of it. If you ask that question, who does this belong to? And you get lighter, it's not yours. So send it back. Return it to sender. Right? If it isn't yours, there's nothing you can do with it. So all you can do is return it to sender. Thanks for playing. And then take a look at what really is true for you. What is aligned and true for you within that space, place, or thing? Right? So again, just tools to start playing with to look at what it is that what do you know? What do you know that you don't know you know? What do you know that nobody else knows? What do you know that could actually change your life, your living, and the world, right? What do you know about being you that could change everything? So just some fun. Start playing. Love to hear what's working, what's not working, what questions. It can be a little bit weird, but you know what? Weird is great. So how many of you are willing to be weird, wacky, magical misfits you truly be? And start playing in more truth and realness of you.